Hi kids, it's Miss Wendy again. I thought we could maybe do a baking activity today. I'm going to be making a yummy chocolate cake that has no milk or eggs in it. So we'll start our video. This is called a water cake. It has no milk and no eggs in it. Hopefully the moms out there who would like to make this with their kids. It was from the UK, so I did some of the calculations because I have a digital scale. But if you want to make it a math project, if you have a digital scale, you can also do it with your kids to figure out the amounts. Here's the second page of instructions. I hope that when I send this out, you're able to zoom in. If not, it's not that hard. It's, of course, mix all the liquid ingredients and then the dry ingredients have to be sifted together, and then you mix the two. And the temperature of the oven is about 350 for about 40 minutes. Here are some of the items you'll need for your recipe. You need 2 bowls, one for the wet ingredients, one for the dry. You're going to need an item to sift. I don't have a sifter, so I'm going to use that. So we need some sugar, some baking powder, cocoa powder, flour, vanilla, and oil. So now we're going to get to work. So for the sake of time, Miss Wendy has already measured out all her things. I'm going to put my wet ingredients together first, which means it's going to be my oil, which is about 1/3 of a cup, and my water. Oh, I did forget one thing, a whisk. I'll get it. And I also have my oven preheating already at 350 degrees. So now the oil's all mixed. I'm going to set that aside. We're going to get our big bowl here. And we're going to mix the dry ingredients. So that's going to be our flour. I'm going to set that aside for a minute. Now we want to add our 2 teaspoons of baking powder to our flour. 1, 2. And remember, I told you, be a neat creator. So we're going to close the lid. And then we're going to sift this into our big bowl. Like I said, I don't have a sifter, but something like this will work also. We're going to put it all in here and sift it all together. Go. Set that aside. We're going to take our whisk, kind of mix it in together. There we go. Then we're going to add in our sugar, which is, if you don't have a digital scale, I measured it out for you. It is about a cup. So you're going to put that in. And then we're going to take a cocoa powder, and we're going to put about 4 tablespoons. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Remember, put the lids on stuff so they don't spill. There we go. And then we're going to whisk that together, just so it's all mixed up real good. I don't want any lumps. Okay. And I did forget to add our vanilla to our oil mixture. So we need 1 teaspoon of that. 1 teaspoon. I'm going to put that into our oil mixture. 1 teaspoon. There we go. Set that aside. Now, I think we have all our ingredients together. Now we got to add in the liquid into our dry mixture. nice and slow. You want to pour it nice and slow. And if you're helping Mom, let Mom help you. That way we won't get a big mess all over. All right, and you can use any kind of oil. I'm using olive oil because that's what I have. And I didn't have all-purpose flour, so I'm using whole wheat flour. For those who are health conscious and want to use something that's a little healthier. So we're going to give it a whisk and mix it up. Make it nice and mixed. No dry lumps or anything. Kind of put it in there. So it'll kind of look like that. Give it a nice mix. And Miss Wendy has an idea. I'm going to put something else in mine. Let me go get it. Hold on. Now, if you're anything like me, I love chocolate. So Miss Wendy is also going to put in some chocolate chips into her mix. It's a nice little added treat. So I'm going to put a couple handfuls in, not too much, because it's already chocolatey. I'll add a couple chocolate chips. I think that's good. Kind of mix it in a little bit. Remember, you got to get it all off the edge because that's the good stuff. You don't want to waste it. All right, it's all mixed. Now we're ready to put it in our pan. Now, the recipe says to use a springform pan. Miss Wendy doesn't have one. I have a square pan. I'm going to use a square pan and see how it turns out. Only time will tell. All right, here we go. We get to put it in now. I'm not going to grease mine because mine is a non-stick pan. If you do not have a non-stick pan, you can spray it with some spray, or you can use a little bit of oil and dust it with a little bit of flour. But I have a non-stick one, so I'm going to just put it straight in. Remember, you want to scrape as much of that goodness out of that bowl. Set that aside. We're going to spread it out. And I'm kind of anxious to see how this turns out. I've never made this one before so this is a new one for me too. Alrighty. Guess what? Time to put it in the oven. Here's a shorter version of the directions for you if this makes it any easier. And as with any cooking project, we also have dishes to do, so that's the next step. There she is, cooking. Let's hope it turns out good. Now it's all done, just sitting out to cool before I can cut it. Can't wait to taste it.